Nick Cage is back in theaters. Not that he went anywhere. Here's my review of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, starring Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal, here on the Beniverse. Check it out right now. Hello, my name is Ben Friedman here from the Beniverse, and today I am talking The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which stars Nick Cage playing himself, Nick Cage, in this movie. And this film follows Nick Cage as he is struggling as an actor to find roles, and he decides to take this gig that is a birthday party where he will get paid $1 million, only to find out that the man that hired him, Javier, is a dangerous criminal wanted by the CIA.
We got another offer. It's $1 million. It's to attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
The guy that owns this house, what's his name?
Javi. Mr. Cage.
Excuse me, is Javi going to want me to,
I'm not sure I understand.
Look, if Javi...
I am Javi.
This film plays like a self-referential comedy that is based solely around your love for Nicolas Cage. The more of a fan you are of Nicolas Cage, the more you're going to like this movie. This was a movie that I had been anticipating for the past few months. This made my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2022. I loved the trailers. I loved everything that I was seeing from this movie. I love Nick Cage, and I was just excited to see this guy embrace his career in such a loving and fun way and have fun with it. You know, he's a guy that has such an interesting career, a career that actually, this book right here, Age of Cage by Keith Phipps, I cannot recommend this book enough. If you love Nick Cage and you love Hollywood, you're going to get some awesome stories. I got to do an interview a while ago with Keith about this book in particular and just some of our favorite Nick Cage characters. Link for that podcast will be in the description below. But needless to say, with all that said, I'm a huge Nick Cage fan, and I was looking forward to this movie. I really wanted this movie to be good, and I'm really glad to report that this movie is really funny. I was floored by how funny this movie is, and it's largely due to the fact of its two lead performers. Nicolas Cage, you know the energy he's going to deliver in this movie. He is at 100 at this movie. He is hysterical. He has so much fun with this role. He's excellent, and it's just so great to see him embrace something so comedically rich. And he commits to the jokes. He commits to just having fun with his image, and he does it in a way that never steps over the line of just, this guy's just become a complete parody of himself. He still gets to play a really great character in himself. It is self-referential humor at its best, and he is a master of it. This should just be a showcase. Nicolas Cage is a great actor despite some of his more questionable roles. Anyone who says Nick Cage is a bad actor just isn't watching movies, because this guy gives it 100% every movie, and this movie is no different. He is so vastly comedically talented in this movie. The guy who surprised me in this movie, though, was Pedro Pascal. He stood right along Nick Cage this whole movie. This is a buddy comedy movie through and through, and he is able to match Cage's energy, which is a very hard thing to do. He matches that energy and is just able to exude a performance that is so comedically rich. This guy just nails the comedy from beginning to end. He just clearly has it so well defined, and it's just great to see this guy just match Nick Cage. It almost at times feels like he is doing a almost Nick Cage impression, or just kind of his like own style of a Nick Cage performance, and in that it just allows this energy to match so perfectly well. And that's what this movie is. It is a comedy. If you want to laugh, you are going to laugh at this movie. There are some really funny jokes. There's one scene in particular that's last about 10 minutes, had me howling in the theaters. This scene is going to be a crowd pleaser, and it's going to be rewarding for the more you know Nick Cage's career. The more you are of a fan of him, the more you are going to love this movie. But that does not mean you need to be a fan of him and know his career through and through to enjoy this movie. It's just a really well-paced, well-done comedy that just is able to deliver on the laughs, the thrills, and just kind of the excitement. And it's just great to see Pedro Pascal and Nick Cage just have this type of chemistry, surrounded by a bunch of other people who get to also have their funny moments. Neil Patrick Harris has some really good lines. Tiffany Haddish has a few scenes here and there, but it is all just focused on Nick Cage and Pascal. and they prove themselves as comedy stars in this movie. And like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. If you like Nick Cage, I think you're going to really have a lot of fun with this movie, and I think you're going to laugh a lot. I saw this movie today, and I can tell you I laughed a lot, and I had a really good time with it. It is not perfect. I thought some of the action was a little meandering, focuses maybe a little bit too heavy and strays far away from the comedy at points, and I thought some of the CIA story was just a little weak, but for what this film was, I enjoyed it quite thoroughly, and I'm giving The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent a 3.5 out of 4 stars. I quite enjoyed this movie. I'm going to be rewatching it again, and Nick Cage is back, baby, even though he never went anywhere. So that's my review of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Thank you for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe here at the Beniverse, and let me know what you thought. Are you going to check it out this weekend? Take care. Bye-bye.